95% of data science candidates walk into the Product Sense interview and they fail. It's about 1 in 20. And it's not because they lack the skills, but they treat it like a coding interview. That's a big mistake. So what is a Product Sense interview really testing? Let's talk about it and let's get you some answers today. So at Meta, Google, Amazon, etc., your ML skills might get you in the room, but your product thinking is really what decides whether or not you get an offer. And if you're gunning for those, 300,000 plus annual salary DS ML roles, you must crack this role. You're not going to get that type of position without getting through the Product Sense round. So let's break it down. What exactly is a Product Sense interview? So here's what it really tests. First, your ability to empathize with users, understand their perspective. Second, how you define success for a product or failure. Sometimes that KPI or definition is on you to create. Then third, whether you can align your machine learning work with business goals and actually apply those technical skills in the context of the problem. So there are also 3 phases that tend to come up in most Product Sense interviews. If you master these, you're already in the top 10%. And remember, half of the folks in the top 10% make it through this round. So let's talk about what those phases are. Phase 1, clarify the ambiguity. Ask questions like, who are the users? What pain are we solving, right? Why are we doing this? And these clarifying questions are not optional. They're really important to give you the context to answer and proceed in the interview. If you don't ask questions, you fail, period. Second phase, you need to define the success metrics and no vanity metrics, right? You want to talk about maybe your DAUs, your daily active users, or retention curves, or use your funnel impact, right? You want to have really clear metrics and clear explanations for why you're using those metrics. That'll then bring you into phase 3, which is solution framing. So you want to, bring in your machine learning projects, even tangential ones, to showcase structured thinking, technical creativity, and stakeholder alignment. Don't forget about those stakeholders. Remember, it's an interview, so you're not actually going to be asked to go get buy-in from your stakeholders or engage them. But if you can mention kind of consideration of what their perspectives are and how you might approach them, you're going to get a lot of bonus points, and you won't even have to do the work after the interview is over, unless you get the role, that is. If you want to really stand out, though, it's more than just understanding those phases, but you want to try power plays. One type of a power play is, asking bold clarifiers like, why now? Has a competitor's product failed, right? So you're kind of soliciting external information that wasn't provided to you. And, in real life, you might go off and do this research and then come back and have a better sense of how to navigate the question. You also want to share project stories that show how you think in constraints. And then finally, signal passion, right? Curiosity is like a superpower in these interviews. And if there's some ambiguity in the way that you could answer the question, your passion and curiosity might just push you through. So I hope that was helpful in at least starting to think about Product Sense interviews. Please, reach out to me and learn how I can help you crack your FANG interview. And I'm happy to give more detail on Product Sense too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.